And silence is sometimes actually necessary and golden. Silence is powerful at times. And, it's ironic because I'm over here doing these live streams and I'm yapping away, right? But with time and maturity, I've learned there are a lot of things to not delve too deeply into, subject matter wise. Like you don't get too deep into certain topics. And I'm just going to briefly cover what I would say are 4 topics that are touchy topics, sensitive subject matter. And me personally, I wouldn't get too deeply into with anyone nowadays. And this goes personally anywhere. Like anywhere I am with almost anyone, I won't get too deeply involved in discussing these topics. So first off, I'll name the 4 topics and then I'll briefly touch upon each one. So nutrition, right? Finances, politics, religion. So once again, nutrition, finances, politics, religion. Those are the 4 topics, right? And I wouldn't get too deeply involved with any of them. And we'll start with nutrition. And they're all sensitive topics. They're all touchy because who wants to be told what they should or shouldn't eat, right? Regardless of how you talk about it. And there's always contradictory claims about everything from vegetables to grains to dairy to meat, you name it. So it's like, okay, what's actually what, right? Who do I believe? Who actually knows more than the next person about it? So nutrition, I don't talk about. Yeah, I talk about nutrition. What's up, LD? I don't talk about it anymore in any type of way where I'm like, I'm not pushing it on anyone. I get passionate about it from time to time because I'm like, wow, I learned something brand new. And it's like, I just want to share. I'm not pushing it on you, but I want to share. I'm driving right now, LD, just talking about 4 topics right now. 4 topics that I actually won't talk about too deeply. That's what this live stream is about. It's about silence is sometimes golden. It's powerful. So I said it's ironic because I'm actually talking right now. I'm doing this live stream, but I'm talking about how important silence actually is. So those 4 topics are, again, nutrition, nutrition, religion, politics, finances. Oh, you too. Thank you. Appreciate it. Have a great night. And Frog, thank you for checking in with your zesty comment. You're real sassy. But yeah, so when it comes to like what I was in on the first topic of nutrition, The most I'll do at this point is be really excited about something and just want to share it because it's like I learned something brand new. By the way, the storm was crazy yesterday. I'm glad that it's not crazy today, you know? And yeah, I'll in an excited way talk about something but not push it anymore. So that's the first topic, which was nutrition, right? The second one is finance. So finances. I mean, this goes without saying, right? Like you would think that it's probably wise not to talk about money, the money you make, the intimate details about your wealth. You don't want to get too deep in talking about like what you have. You don't want to flash it. Like, it doesn't matter what the culture is, in whatever culture you follow. It's not good to stunt on anyone. Like, yeah, you might not be in a country where you're getting kidnapped, but you just don't know how serious and how ugly people can get over money. It's really not something you want to get too deep with in discussing to anyone, regardless of how you think they're on your team or how innocent they may portray themselves to be. You do not want to talk about money in any type of way. And again, money is something at certain times I'll, like, in an excited way, briefly talk about in certain ways, but we're not going to get too deep into like specifics. And like I said, that's pretty much common sense, right? So that's the second topic. And feel free to chime in, anyone, about anything here that I'm discussing, right? But that was the second one, which was, first one was nutrition, second one, finances, third one, politics, right? And again, seems to be pretty much common sense, right? Go ahead, Alex. I'd love to hear. I'll just keep talking, but you type away. And when it comes to politics, like, people are so emotional with, like, this tends to divide us where it shouldn't. Just look at Congress, right? Look at the House, look at the Senate. It's ridiculous. Look at Albany here in New, like, it's crazy. Look at DC. Look at red and blue. Like, when have we ever not been divided? Right? That doesn't mean with whatever you believe in, you are not active in your own way, however that is. No, you should be active. But at the same time, you should probably not push anything on anyone, because you're gonna get a lot of emotional rhetoric that generally follows. Now, can we have civilized debates? Of course we can. We could talk about it. But generally speaking, it's usually not a good idea, unfortunately. So, again, that goes without saying on number 3, politics. And the last one, the fourth and final one, religion. Again, common sense, right? Because, I mean, just like with what I just mentioned with politics, we're so divided. But when it comes to religion, it's like people literally war. MK, what up, man? What's going on, baby? People war and have been warring for centuries over this, you know? So when it comes to religion, no. That's a no for sure. We're not gonna, and you know, like, let me, you know, I'm not trying to like joke here on this matter, but I remember when I was on social media before a lot more, and like I remember on Messenger, Facebook, right? This person used to always send me like religious like gifs and like, you know, believe, like trust in God and like whatever it was, whether it was Jesus or whoever, right? Like, how would you feel if like someone was like, believe in Allah, or like, you know, believe in Ram or Krishna, or like if someone kept sending that to you, right? But it was unsolicited, like you did not ask for that, right? But they keep pushing it on you. You don't, and that's the whole premise here. Like, that's the whole point of everything here. Like, you don't want to be pushed by anyone on any of these topics. So you know what I did with that person that kept pushing these religious posts my way? I like, eventually I was like, okay, you know what? You're like, you don't get the picture. Like, you're just gonna keep pushing this on me. All right, I got something for you. So this is what I did. I was then pushing insects on them. So every time, like, they didn't say hi to me. They didn't say, hey, what's up? You know how like LD checked in, was like, hey, what's up, man? How you doing? Like, oh, like, what are you doing now? Like that? Like, no, this person didn't say hi to me. Hey, Baze, what's up? What's going on? No, you just pushed Mary on me. You just pushed Jesus on me. You know? So this is what I started doing. I send them a praying mantis. No pun, right? But I sent them like a cicada killer bee. I sent an emperor scorpion their way. You know? Like, how does that feel now? You didn't ask for it, right? Okay, guess what? I'm sending an ambush bug your way. Here's a crab spider. Here's an antlion. I choose like the most weirdest things, right? And there was no after a while, it was amazing. Now you get the picture, because it's like, okay, you keep sending that to me, I got something for you. It's like, it's a shame that I got to do that. So you like, you open, now you know what's happening. So, you know, I veered off slightly with that, but I wanted to make the point, because it's like, imagine I don't say hi to you, but I'm sending insects your way, right? Like, I'm sending weird, like bizarre, maybe not the prettiest looking insects at you, you know? Like how would you feel if I did that? I didn't say hi to you. I didn't greet you. I didn't, like, here, take this. Take this death stalker, you know? Take this katydid. Like, you'd be like, what is going on here, you know? So that's really it. Those are the 4 topics of discussion that I wanted to bring up today. And I've learned over time, with maturity and wisdom, that silence is sometimes golden. And that's really it. I just wanted to, I was waiting for Alex to chime in, but that's really it. And I just wanted to leave y'all with that on today's live stream.